Oh, Shannon, you need to get off this share so I can start my slides. So if you can unshare, sorry about that. Just wait until it's time and then you can share again. You got it?
I think I'm off there. Hang on.
I see yours. Oh, there you go. Okay, let's try it one more time. Nope. You still have the sharing. Okay, I just stopped your video. Oh, sorry, I stopped your video. You can come back on. Now I can share. Okay. All right. So welcome everybody to NewAge Live. Sorry, I need to move my navigator around just a little bit so I can start there we go. Bernard, can you see my screen? Thumbs up, thank you. Merci. All right, my name is Rick Redford and I am the host of the event tonight. And thank you for joining us tonight on NewAge Live. We've got a special promotion. This is for people who have been inactive. This is your opportunity to go out to people who have been active. We would recommend 3 months or longer. And if you bring them back, then we will give them a $20 gift. It's kind of like a gift certificate, but it's a product credit in their e-wallet that they can use for any future purposes or purchases. And also, it gets them in a drawing. And every week, beginning next week, we will be drawing from those people who have reactivated. We'll be drawing for $500 each week. So as you would go out to some of the people that you have that might be inactive, you can say, hey, if you activate and get your subscribe and save back set up, then you'll be, not only do you get a $20 credit, but you'll also be entered in a drawing to win an additional $500. So that is pretty cool. And being on subscribe and save, as you know, has benefits. If you're a brand partner, you get 30% off retail, you get the best price. Or if you're a customer on subscribe and save, you get 15% off. And so you can get preferred customer pricing. So it's a great opportunity. This is awesome. You get a $20 product credit and entered in a drawing each week for an additional $500. Yay. So we call it the Win Back campaign because we want to win people back. We love winning. We love for them to win. Also, the Unite event that takes place this weekend. You can use your business credits, your NewAge business credit or NBRs towards this event. And you can go to your app and your NewAge reward app or call in customer service and they can help you with this. And this is from November 12th through the 14th. And this is a schedule of what it looks like. This will be going out within your app, alert, so you don't have to take a picture or try to write all these down at the same time. They'll be in your app and it'll give you the times. You'll notice a few of these are bright and early in the morning, like 1:00 a.m. Mountain Time. But if you have a ticket to the event, you'll also have access to the video for a month. So if you don't want to get up at 1:00 in the morning Mountain Time, then you can watch it at a later date. But most of these are very convenient for people in North America to see. And that's this weekend, the 12th through the 14th. Also, we have a recruiting or enrolling promotion, meaning that if you enroll somebody, then there will be a weekly drawing of those that are of the new enrollments and those who sponsored those new enrollments. There's $500 for an enroller and $500 for a new person who joins. Now, we're not paying people for enrolling, that would be illegal, but we're creating a drawing of those that are enrolling new people. So the new person that's enrolled and the person that enrolls them both get entered into the drawing and we die $500 each week. Well, last week we announced the drawings for last week. So here we go for this week. Antoinette Peterson is the winner of the new enrollment. And the sponsor, who we drew their name, is Métis Blanton. Métis Blanton. I hope I pronounced that correctly. Pronounce that correctly. So again, Antoinette Peterson, if you know who that is, if you're on the call, congratulations. And Métis Blanton are our two winners this week. So all you have to do to be entered in this drawing is enroll someone with 200 points or more. And if you want to be entered as an enrollee or somebody that comes into the business, then you do the same thing, enroll for 200 points or more, and you get entered into the drawing. Also, every Tuesday, so tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, we have our quick Q&A or FAQ call, and I will be hosting that. I've got a whole list of questions that came up last week on the chat that we'll be addressing tomorrow. So if you want to learn more about Quick, join us on this Q&A every Tuesday. Also this Wednesday for Wellness Wednesday, we'll welcome Dr. Ginger, who's a member of our scientific advisory board. She's going to be talking about probiotics, one of my two favorite products for being a regular guy, if you know what I mean. Also, the following week are one of my favorites. Valencia is going to be on to talk about noni and collagen, another great product. Love this. Love our Wellness Wednesdays. Also, between now and the end of November, Power Boost is on loyalty shopping on special. For those of you who love it, some people call this chocolate boost. I love it when you add it to Pure Nourish in my shakes. Also Prime, as it's now only going to be seasonal. You don't want to miss getting some of this Prime for the winter time. Love using Ice and Sentry together for back rubs for people with sore backs. Love that blend. Also, another one of my favorite products, the Tahitian Noni Oatmeal Soap, comes in packages of 2, on sale during November. So great ways to beef up your holiday season and gift giving opportunities, and perfect stocking stuffer for Santa that's on the line tonight. Also, Christmas wishes and mistletoe kisses. I love that. Tamana lip treatment on through the end of the year, actually. So next couple of weeks, you'll be seeing a catalog come out for the catalog is going to come out about our specials for the holidays. And it is really beautiful. It's an online catalog that turns like pages, like you see on those online books. And there's going to be some beautiful specials that you can share this with customers, potential customers, friends, business associates, whatever you want to do. Now, I don't know if Christine is on, so I'm just going to see Christine, if you're there. I will. I didn't ask her if she was going to be, so I'm just going to take the recognition tonight. So new team leads, you earn this with lifetime earnings of 100 USD. Team lead is our first step in the compensation plan. I love our team leads. It's the initial step. It's the first step. Everybody has to pass through it. Congratulations to Laura Schaefer from South Carolina, Lindy Keys from Texas, Mary Anderson from South Carolina, Melanie Conrad from Georgia, Natalie Asafti from Illinois, Rachel Locke from Nebraska, Rhonda Getz from Michigan, Robert Grimes from Michigan, Sherry McCall from Oklahoma, Angelia Kelly from Alabama, Claudia Puccio from Texas, Daisy Brown from Ohio, Dustin Edgar from Alabama, Elena Gritko from Illinois, Estela Magana from California, Flor Gachez Jurado from Texas, Kathy Coleman Boel from Michigan, and from our friends up north, Christine Guilbeault from Quebec, Francis Yehun from British Columbia, Jia Li from Ontario, Jody Tuff, who toughed it out in Alberta. First time you've ever heard that, I'm sure. Michael Buktit from Quebec. So congratulations to our new team leads. We'll do a round of applause. In Boy Scouts, we used to do this, a round of applause, right? So congratulations, our new team leads. All right, new senior team leads, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of 200 USD. Kim Edmonds from Alabama. Melton Vandermeer from Colorado. Way to go, Melton. Nick Nichols from Texas. Pam Hoffpower from Mississippi. Patricia Ortiz from California. Sarah Tate from Louisiana. Stephen Shockley from Nebraska. Tanya Botel from Texas. Terry Shimka from Texas. Thomas Chorney from Ohio. Elaine Latham from North Carolina. Adrian Watson Carver from Maryland. That's a great name. Love that name, Adrian, if you're on. Alfonso Johnson from Arizona. Ann Bauer from Virginia. Bobby Thomas from Oklahoma. Deborah Smart from Delaware. Deshaun Dunbar from Virginia. Feli Atud from California. Francis Zambardino from New Jersey. Ileana Romero Flores from Washington. And Jovian Myrick from Illinois. And from Canada, Karen Ironside from Alberta, Monica Dinosaur from Quebec, Ryan Dixon from Ontario, Benedicte Patre-Bauduc from Quebec, and Donna Cook from Manitoba. Congratulations, our new senior team leads. Another round of applause. All right, next up, new supervisors who earn this with lifetime earnings of 400 USD. Rachel Spitzbergen from California, Renee Caliendo from Michigan, Robin Crawford from Texas, Rovia Perkins from Kansas, Ryan Pruitt from California, Samuel Imbriaco from Texas, Tatiana and Pavel Salnikov from South Carolina, Thomas Abraham from Pennsylvania, Wanda Vines from Alabama, Will Stamey from North Carolina, Alicia Hunt from Tennessee, Alondra Armas from California, Ann Batts from North Carolina, Francis Rancourt from New Hampshire, Julie Stock from Texas, Kevin Foster from Texas, Kim Dungy from Oklahoma, or Dungy, Kim Meyer from Wisconsin. Kim, you're on tonight. I know. Michiko Yoshimura from Washington, Patrick Gergen from Texas, and from Canada, Carly Yamada from British Columbia, Denise Guilbeault from Quebec, Micheline Grenier from Quebec, and Stephen Schwan from British Columbia. Let's hear it for our new supervisors. Congratulations tonight, new supervisors. New senior supervisors, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of 600 USD. Ronaldo Guzman from California, Robert Detweiler from Oklahoma, Roger and Judy Ferris from Alabama, Roseanne Albert from Connecticut, Sandra Johnson from Pennsylvania, Sean and Brittany Doherty from Florida, Shelley Hosselton from Illinois, Stephen Salmon from Illinois, Steve Stratus from Washington, Sumiko Enuma from Hawaii, Sylvia F. Adamsko from New Mexico. I love that. Tammy and Hubert Smith from Georgia, Vanessa Sanchez, New York, Vladimir Mezabovsky from Florida, Willie Hardy from Delaware, James Leites from Pennsylvania, Johnny L. Baker Jr. from Alabama, Joseph E. Glover from Georgia, Kiani Olawumi from Illinois. Sorry, Kiani. Laura Hansen from Utah, Magdalena Sacedo Gomez from Oregon, Manuel Chavez from Missouri, Maria Duran from Illinois, Mary Jo Fritz from Wisconsin, Matthew Pointer from Alabama, Mia Suttles from Florida, Michael Liu from Virginia, Narbara, maybe that's Barbara or Nabara, Williams from North Carolina, Nora W. Choi from California, and Rita Smith from Ohio. And continuing on, Delaya C. Sabildo from California, Dennis Brown from Illinois, Dolores Perez from Indiana, Dora Velasquez from California, Elias Luna from New Jersey, Geraldine Hollis from California, J.R. Smith from Florida, James Childress from Illinois, Alice Morton from Florida, Andy Zhang from New York, Ben Kidder from Texas, Bradley Little from Wisconsin, Brenda L. Henderson from Virginia, Clevester Davis Sr. from Arkansas. I like that name. That's another good name. Connie Underwood from West Virginia, and Don Uhas from Illinois. From Canada, Carol Sorinci from Ontario, Carol Germain from Alberta, Franco Mercaldi from Ontario, Julia Feng from British Columbia, Marie Gagne from Quebec, Roxanne Kelly from British Columbia, Sandra Robinson from Quebec, and Yvonne Jones from Ontario. A lot of senior supervisors. Congratulations this week. That's fantastic. Love to see that. New managers this week, and you earn this with lifetime earnings of 800 USD. I bet we have a lot of managers in the next couple of weeks because of that. Ana Cecilia Guevara Ayala from Texas, Brenda Smith from Colorado, Craig Anderton from Washington, Daryl Peterson, Daryl, my friend, from Washington, and Tiffany Roland from Florida. Tiffany, well done. We got a relative of yours on the call tonight. New managers, let's hear it for new managers. Woo! Love it. New directors, we're going to jump right to director with lifetime earnings of 1,000 USD in our comp plan. Anna Sanguinetti. Anna Sanguinetti from Maryland. Congratulations, new director. Well done. Director, to me, I call it like leaders in action. your organization is just getting large enough where now you're starting to think about that side hustle being pretty substantial, and maybe even start thinking about that being your prime motivator. So congratulations, Anna. That's great. New senior director tonight. And this is where you start looking at pay line volume. So pay line volume of 2,500 USD. Betsy Klein Palumbo from New Jersey. Way to go, Betsy. Senior director tonight. That's fantastic. And we have a new vice president. That's when pay line volume gets to 3,000. Martin Paget from Quebec. Way to go, Martin. Awesome. Well done. How come I didn't know that? Martin, nice work. Love that. And a new officer. And this is when pay line volume pretty much halfway to maximizing or optimizing your income position, which is very cool. Let's hear it for Licia Swen Yi Lee from California. Licia Swen Yi Lee from California. Congratulations, new officer. Fantastic. That's very cool. All right. So tonight we actually had 2 transformation stories, and I want to pass on my regards to Lisa Seltzer from Canada. I'm hoping to get you on next week. I know you're feeling under the weather tonight, and if you're listening in, please get well soon. Something's going around for sure. So hope all is well, and hope to have you on the call soon. So with that, our transformation story is, I love this person's energy. So I first met her at an event, and her smile just kind of lit up the room. And then this like amazing energy just was like running around. And I saw her on Saturday night at the celebration in Salt Lake City. And her uncle Chris was standing on the sidelines. It wasn't dancing. I see her in heels running almost as fast as I can run when I'm sprinting to get Chris, to get him on the dance floor. But so this ball of energy. Please welcome Carla McCarty. Before she comes on, I want to show you her. First of all, doesn't she look fantastic? I mean, that dress is killer. But look at this transformation story. And you can see it in her countenance. And so I'm excited to hear about her transformation story tonight. Please welcome Carla McCarty. Carla. I know you're there. You can unmute yourself. Let's get you, there you go. You're still on mute, Carla.
There we go. Sorry, technology is not my strong suit.
There you are. Welcome.
Hi. So my boys, I have one asleep and one over here, because we have been to football all-stars tonight. So I apologize for mom face. But I'm super excited to be asked to do this. A little surprised maybe. But thank you for having me on, Rick. I agree that when I met you, I was super blown away. You are approachable and easy to talk to. And for someone with your knowledge, that is really a nice quality to have. But I want to start by introducing myself. My name is Carla. My maiden name is Box, and my last name is McCarty. Growing up with a last name like Box, you grow a thick skin. I started my fitness journey when I was a little kid. I've always been involved in being active and moving around. But I also struggled always with a little bit of weight gain and then trying to get it off and fighting about it, constantly thinking about food. I was a scholarship athlete in college. I was on the rowing team at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. And when my youngest child was 6 months old, I got back in the gym and started working and started transforming and decided that I wanted to be a fitness instructor. And then I started a low carb meal prep business. And for someone who has all the tools and knowledge to lose weight, I found myself in February not being able to put anything that I owned on. I couldn't make anything fit. I was miserable. I was sad. COVID hit me hard because I'm a fitness instructor. They came to me smiling one day and told me that they didn't need me for a while. And nobody wants to feel that way. Nobody wants to feel like they're not needed. So in February, my mom called me up and said that they were going to go to a NewAge meeting and that she was getting ready to start her drops back and that I want to do it with her. Well, I found out about, it was called RX then, but I found out about RX when my youngest was still very little, and it was actually just after I had dropped a ton of weight. So I was taking MOA, I was taking Rejuvenex, and I had been a NewAge or an RX customer for quite some time. So when my mom said to me in February that sorry, the camera changed and I thought I lost you guys.
I put your picture back up. People ask to see it so they can take a picture of it. So you're good. You're good. So
when my mom came to me and she actually messaged me, I think, or phone called me and said that she was getting ready to get involved again and to start taking her drops again, I latched onto it. I jumped at it because I needed something. I was struggling. I was circling the drain and I needed something to get me out of it. So I did it. My girlfriend ordered the drops with me and we started. And I think we started the 1st of March. And I did the program very well. Coach Palmer said, make a small change and stick with it. And so I stuck with that concept that I only had to change a little bit and that I had to stick with it. And so I did that. And I would say by midsummer, I was feeling amazing, but I hadn't seen the pounds on the scale dropping off and I was discouraged. But I had seen too many people succeed on this. I knew that I had to just stick with it. I had not taken my measurements. So from the very start, if I could do one thing different, I would say take your measurements because I didn't do that. So I had no idea how many pounds I was losing. I just knew that the scale was telling me I hadn't done much. But because of this great community, I stayed involved, I stayed connected, and I kept taking the products. Well, then I went to an event. And if you haven't been to an event yet, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, it's a deal breaker. It's a game changer. Go to an event. I went to Arkansas. And Jane Bowen is a great, awesome host, and I can't wait to see her again. Her energy is fantastic. I love Richard. If you don't know Richard, you need to meet Richard, both Richards. Arkansas was awesome. And we started Level Up. So when I started Level Up, I did exactly what they said. I decided it was time that I had to go above what I was already doing and give more. Well, that meant me doing things I'd never done before because I had to do level 2 in order for me to change what I was doing. And in level 2, we do human building work. You're supposed to be looking into growth and how to make yourself a better person. So fast forward to Utah event. Right now, I can fit in all of my clothes. Everything in my closet fits. So as a transformation on the outside, absolutely, I am right where I want to be. I'm not trying to lose any more weight. I am still on my products, all of them, because I like the way they make me feel. But what I'm realizing is my transformation now, I'm being moved and motivated to work on the whole Carla, work on my inner self, because what I realized, what I really want to do more than anything else is I want to be a better coach. I want to learn from the coaches that have gone before me and my mentors. And I want to make someone else feel the way I feel and have the experiences that I've had, because I believe that I have a transformation, that I have been changed by this beautiful program and this beautiful community. Level Up truly is a community thing. We post what we're doing, and then someone else is going through the exact same thing you're going through, and they feel better because you said, I didn't drink all my water today and I'm still okay and I'm not going to quit. I didn't quit in the middle of the summer, even though the scale didn't tell me what I wanted it to hear. I knew that no matter what, you weren't taking my drops from me, because I felt better, because I didn't feel sad, and I wasn't grumpy with my kids as much. And so I hope that there's something in what I've said tonight. It's what you were hoping to hear, but you won't take my drops from me. And if you want a list of all of my favorites, I take Rejuvenex. I take MOA every day. Limu. We've got the Noni Original. I am all about the new Renew. I've got my lash and my lip plumper. I've got the probiotics. I take Vinali every day because I have had sinus trouble kind of my whole life. And so, yeah, I love it all. Bring me something new and I'm probably going to try it.
Carla, that was just fantastic. Thank you. And these calls, it's not about saying the right thing. It's just about being real and sharing who you are. And you definitely did that tonight. I have to laugh when you started off and said you were a scholarship athlete. Where else would you have gone to college? I mean, when you said UT, it's like, really? Like, that's a big surprise to anybody who knows your family.
Right. Go Big Orange. Big Orange or go home.
There you go. Anyway, thank you for being with us tonight and for sharing your story.
Having me.
Perfect way to start off the call. Thank you. Awesome. So batting cleanup, as I always say, someone has become a really good friend of mine and someone I have a huge amount of respect for. And when you bring two companies together, well, first of all, what I would say is one of the things that I hold most dear as being in this industry for 30 years is the relationships that you develop along the way. And whether you're working within the same company or not, shouldn't affect whether or not you have trust and relationship with people. And as Noni and RX came together, I was privileged and honored to be able to start working immediately with the key leaders from the Noni side of the business. Most of you know that I came from the RX side, and developed these really great, strong relationships with them. And when they came out to Utah for the first time, I had an opportunity to ride up to Mark's house with Shannon and kind of get to know Shannon, his family. I mean, it was just the two of us, but talking about family, talking about God, talking about life, really endeared me to our next guest. So it's going to be my honor. And I have to show you a picture, Shannon, because it has your beautiful wife on there, and she's certainly the best part of the two of you. So please welcome to the call a chairperson two, a Partners Council member, Mr. Shannon Roland.
Hello, Mr. Rick. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
I got to tell you how much we appreciate having Rick here on our team. What a beautiful person. When I think of somebody, I think of Mr. James Bond, Rick Redford. I just got to play a little song here because I'm all about music. And I think of him. I think of James Bond. I just think this guy's got more class. He knows how to hold his martini. He's just got it all, man. And when you work with people that have that type of class, you can just it's just unreal, and we've just had such a beautiful journey. This company, matter of fact, when we first got introduced to this company 25 years ago, I kind of laughed at it. I says, Noni baloney, because my first experience with network marketing, actually, Rick, was I was about 19 I was 21 years old, actually, 21. And I got recruited over to come to a Mel Luca meeting. Now, here's what's really funny, guys. If you've ever been recruited to a meeting or Amway or something like this or Shackley over the years and stuff, you usually don't know what's going to happen or who's going to bring you there. But my dad had been doing network marketing for many years before this. And the only reason they wanted me to come to that meeting is they heard that my dad was a network marketer. Well, hello, I didn't really know what my dad did most of the time. You know, my dad just was a marketer naturally. My dad was a photographer and all these things over the years. But that was my first experience with what network marketing was, going to a Mel Luca meeting. And I was sitting there like, oh, we heard your father's really big in network marketing. And I was like, yeah, I get it. Finally, two and two. But actually learning from that experience, those people that were there, I always think of you, Rick, because the gentleman that was there at that meeting was a very professional, had a little mustache, kind of like you, really sharp guy. He actually lives in Dallas, Texas. Him and his family are good friends of mine still. And they're my first time experiencing it as being married. I was a newly married person. Understanding what network marketing is about, having somebody invite you to a home party, getting to know people. There's no saying until you know the person's color of the carpet or the color of the tile, you really don't know who a person are. And so really, this is what Carla was talking about, going to events, going to meetings, being able to share what we were able to share on the stage up there in Salt Lake City was just phenomenal. I'm going to tell you something, guys. If my father could pop out of the grave right now and be a networker, he would probably explode this business 3 times with what we got going right now. And I'll tell you something, Rick, I'm starting to have some experiences personally with this product right now. Really, guys, I can't wait till all of you guys are able to get it. If you're able to have it, this is going to be a game changer. And you know, a lot of times it takes time to build a product. But when you start looking at these different products and what they're able to do, just the little bitty things here, you're going to be phenomenally unbelievable to realize that it's such a simple product to market. It's something you can throw in the mailbox. It's not going to be very expensive to market. It's going to be a really phenomenal product, and it's going to be very duplicatable. It's going to be a worldwide product too. And so I'm very excited about this. I'm so excited. Now, a lot of times people say, well, you only like to market the noni juice. Well, the reason I only like to market the noni juice, my opinion, is because that's what got me in the business. It's like Carla having a life-changing experience. See, my 2 daughters suffered from asthma. And at that time, we couldn't keep the noni in stock. Literally, I could get 100 cases in. It was gone that next day. And I mean, literally, we used to wait out the line, go up to Utah and wait out a line, and for 6 hours sitting in a line to get your noni juice. So if anybody wants to complain about how the website's not working, all these different things and stuff, trust me, we waited. Sometimes we had people driving all the way from Oregon to come to Utah and driving that many miles to come get their noni juice. And so they were waiting to get to first stock that came back in from Tahiti. So listen to me, when you have a product, when you have a company that's valuable, you just learn to get through the hurdles. Now, the one thing I'm asking the company always stays, just make sure I can sign them up, make sure I take my credit cards, and those 3 little things that Tim Sales will say. Just make sure we can get them in the system, make sure we can get them on the credit card every day, and make sure they get their auto ship. That's, to me, that's the most important thing company does. I can wait 3 months on my check. I mean, I don't want to, because I just know one thing. When you get a check in somebody's hand, that's life changing. When somebody says, man, I got a $5 check. I remember I got my $5 check in the mail. And you know what? I remember also when I sold my first billionth bottle of noni juice. I remember when I made my first $10 million. I remember when we made our first $20 million. But the key is, it's that time looking at my dad saying, you don't know what I got, son. That's the moment that all added up. That's the moment that's life-changing. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something. Network marketing, Rick, network marketing is about an feeling and experience. And I'm going to play a little video. I don't know if you guys, I know we got a lot of coaches here. We got Brent and we got Todd Roland. All these guys are coaches. But this is one video that I really love a lot. And I'm going to share this video. And I don't know if you guys know the movie Blindside. But I just want you to know there's all kinds of different people out here in this world. And when you're working this business, you're going to have to help people get there. And if you don't realize that you're going to have to help people, then you really don't know what you have and what you're going to have to accomplish and what you're going to need to do. And so I got to cut this thing here off. I'm recording your video, but guess I'm going to have to stop recording it right now. There we go. So here we go. I'm going to play this video, and you guys just tell me if this person here is not going to be motivational. She's got all kinds of obstacles. The gentleman has all kinds of obstacles against him. But what does she do? How does she view what she's getting ready to do with the coach here? And what's she getting ready to tell him? And this is what we have to do with our people. We have to be able to believe in them. So let's see if I can get my basic here. Let's see here. You guys are optimized. You see that, Rick?
Yes, sir.
Hold him inside here between the tits. You got it? Will you look at me, son? If you grab him outside here like this or with that horse collar thing you just did, you're gonna get flagged and I'm gonna be pissed. You hear me? All right, let's go.
Baby, wash my stuff, all right?
Okay.
Well, at least they look good coming off the bus. They'll be terrified till they realize he's a marshmallow. Looks like Tarzan plays like Jane.
Give me a minute, Bert.
We're in the middle of practice, Leanne.
You can thank me later. Come. Michael, do you remember when we first met and we went to that horrible part of town to buy you those dreadful clothes? And I was a little bit scared and you told me not to worry about it because you had my back. Do you remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
And if anyone tried to get to me, you would have stopped them, right? And when you and SJ were in that car wreck, what did you do to the airbag?
Stopped it?
You stopped it. You stopped it. This team is your family, Michael. You have to protect them from those guys, okay? Listen. Okay. Tony here's your quarterback, all right? You protect his blind side. When you look at him, you think of me, how you have my back, how you have his, okay? All right, Tony, go back. All right. Oompa Loompa here is your tailback. When you look at him, you think of SJ and how you've never let anyone or anything hurt him. You understand me? All right. Go back. Got it?
What about Collins and Mr. Tui?
Fine. They can be on the team, too. Are you going to protect the family, Michael?
Yes, ma'am.
Good boy. Now go have some fun. Yelling at him doesn't work, Bert. Doesn't trust men. In his experience, they pretend to care about you till they disappear.
Wanna run a play?
SJ, you're gonna want to get this.
Okay. Come on, Michael.
All right, Michael, come on. Woo! Yes! Michael!
All right, way to go, O. Way to go.
That boy.
Hey, get up here. Let's go.
Okay. What'd you say to him?
You should get to know your players, Bert. He tested 98% in protective instincts. I said you could thank me later. It's later, Bert.
So friends, the reason I played this for you guys is to help you know that we're all on the same team here. We're a network marketing team. And Rick Redford, he's our quarterback. And we got to be, somebody's got to play the blind side. Somebody's got to teach us sometimes what to do. Sometimes you got to be coached by a woman. You got to learn to listen to women. I mean, that's what Sarah told, God told Sarah, to Moses, he better listen to him. Abraham, you know what I'm saying? So the key of it is you got to learn to listen to people. You got to learn to listen to what they're needing, because your people in the downline are all sitting there trying, I don't know anybody. I don't know how to recruit nobody. I don't know how to do anything. So you got to learn to listen to them. You got to find out what their needs is, what's going to make them tick. And you may have to introduce them to somebody else in your team to figure out, I got this person, they're on fire, and I know they know a lot of people, but let me tell you something. Ignorance on fire is very important, but sometimes it can be very dangerous at the same time. But I promise you, you got Rick, you got us, you got everybody on this team here. You've got a phenomenal team. I'm telling you what, Brent Palmer, I've learned so much from Brent Palmer. He's one of my heroes, guys. And the reason of it is these guys here know how to lead. You see what I'm saying? And leading is not just something about network marketing. It's how you build relationships with people. And that's what I love about Rick. When we're driving up that mountain, we're talking about things we believe in, things we talk about, and how can we build our relationship? Because the key of it is this company is going to go on with us or without us. And I'm going to tell you something. There's an old saying, activity equals income. Ain't nobody going to sit back and say, well, you took my person, you did this. Let me tell you something. People only want to work with people that want to work, period. That I guarantee you that. So let me tell you something. If you're going to work with people, you better get behind them and help them. You can't just sit there and say, well, I'm going to got my money and got my check. You got to help people. This business is about helping people. It's about doing things that are being real, working with people like Anthony Moreland. I tell you what, I love that guy. He is one of the most phenomenal leaders we have in the company. And I tell you what, I went to their meeting up there in Salt Lake City at Level Up program, and I sit there and watch all these people lose all this weight and all these things. I was so jacked. I met a lady who was 86 years old in that room. She was just excited. She was up there. We was up till 11 o'clock at night. She just jacked out of her mind. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for people ready to level up their life. And guess what? This is what this business is about. It's not about me. It's about the W and we. If we don't get the W and we, we're never going to win as a team. And I play videos like this to inspire you, not to just motivate you, but to help you realize, do you know that gentleman, this Mr. Michael Orr? Do you know he went on to win 2 Super Bowls? 2 Super Bowls. So the movie's never even been written on the rest of the family. You understand? So let me tell you something. That's been years ago. That movie came out like 20 years ago. Now, 20 years passed. There's a whole new chapter. There's a whole new movie. So whatever we've done in the past, that's the past. What we do with the future is what we're going to go with. And I used to remember my little boy, he's 16 years old now. And I remember he went and watched Kung Fu Panda. And I just remember him saying, if it is to be, it is up to me. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember that little saying, that little kid. Now, I remember my little boy, it was the first time he went to the movie and he remembered that. But I will never forget those little things in life. It's the little things, that time that I went to that Melaleuca meeting. It's that time that I got inspired when I was up in Salt Lake City and I met all the people, And let me tell you something. We used to be at Noni events. We had 5,000, 10,000 people there. Guess what? We're going to have events. We're going to have 20, 30,000, 100,000 people down the road. We're going to get through this COVID thing. If you take your Noni juice, if you do your homework, your research, you're going to find that you're going to be able to get over a lot of issues in your life. MOA is an unbelievable product. And I tell you what, Miss Carla, I tell you what, you did a phenomenal job tonight. You did a phenomenal job. And I tell you what, I take this every day. This is religious to me. This Rejuvenate's one of the best products ever put on the earth. And let me tell you something. When I can't take any caffeine, I'm falling in love with this energy drink right here. So let me tell you something. Don't just get hooked on one product. I mean, I put my Lucem on every day. I don't just market one product. I market a product that I know that lady over there likes. I market a product. I go over there. You know what? I've heard about Noni. I've heard about this. Well, guess what? I got something better for you right here with Rejuvenate. Let me tell you something. Don't get stuck on one product. Get stuck on a feeling. We're a new age. We're a new company. We're a new product. And I tell you what, Rick, you are the best guy I've ever worked with in my life. I tell you what, these guys love you. They care about you. They treat you like family. And I tell you what, I'm an old Oklahoma boy from Oklahoma, and I say Boomer Sooner all the time. But I promise you, he's an old Oklahoma boy in my heart, even if he does live up in Utah. And guess what? You come in the Big 12 with us, and we're going to leave the SEC.
Shannon, thank you, my friend. Thank you for being on tonight, and great share. And I love that movie as well. It just reminded me. And the beautiful thing about these calls is as we put them together, and I say this all the time, I pick a quote long before I know what anybody else is going to say. And it seems like every time this quote just is fitting for whatever somebody has to say. So but before I give the quote, I want to thank Shannon again, Shannon Roland, and I absolutely spelled your name correctly tonight. Carla McCarty, thank you for being honest, being with us tonight and setting the tone. Anthony Ashley for helping with the call as you're always willing to do. So this is a Winston Churchill quote. If you didn't see that movie, that's a great movie too. Excellence is caring more than others think is wise, risking more than others think is safe, dreaming more than others think is practical, expecting more than others think is possible. So with that, I'm going to stop the recording. Unmute the lines. Oh, whoops. I need to stop the recording. Hold on one second. Oh, it's